So Dolphin turnovers one after the other. And this time, Seattle recovers at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. So that's it. As 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and this playoff game is history. Seattle has upset the Dolphins, who are 8-point favorites coming in. The final score, Seattle 27, the Dolphins 20. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, another edition of KJ-Arent with Mitch Levy, Mitch Unfiltered Podcast. You look concerned immediately right away.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
You did something different this week. I'm trying to repost the live feed of this show from your Twitter, and I don't see it.
It's nothing I did wrong. This is Twitter does this, X does this.
Okay.
Every fucking few months, and it's aggravating.
Okay.
So normally when you repost, you put it up there that the live show is there, it shows up with the video on your timeline, right? That's how it normally works.
Yeah, I go to your, I don't know what that means, but I go to your...
Well, when you normally go and you see a live stream of a show, right? You see the actual, like, the description of it, and then there's the two people talking or the one person talking, right? Well, every few months, X and Elon Musk and, whatever he's doing, ketamine, he decides to not just show the video, just the frickin' link. So I've got to go in there and redo it again. It's annoying, and I wish he would stop doing this.
Well, a guy like me has a rhythm, has a pattern to my Thursdays, and what I typically do is right before I go on with you, I go to your page on Twitter, and I repost the live box of you talking incessantly about nothing before I come on.
What are you, my wife?
But I can't find it today. So
I just did it. It's one of the weird things. I don't know if anybody else. It's up there now. It's up there now.
Okay.
I've got to go in and repost it for some reason.
Can you give me a second so that I can? I mean, how do I repost it while I'm talking to you?
Hey, you know what? You hold on 1 second.
What's that?
You take as much time as you need, and I'll take a pause. Hold on, ready?
Okay, you take a pause.
You don't see it? It's there. You got it. You're good.
Okay.
There we go. God, don't you love elevator music? It's the best. It really is. How are you? You look good.
I'm good. I'm ready to talk to you. It's a Thursday. The weekend is fast approaching. The Mariners are playing a little bit better. A little bit better. They almost lost that series. If it weren't for Cole Young, they would have lost that. If it wasn't for Cole Young, they might have lost all 3 games in that series. But
yeah. It's been great. I was thinking about you earlier. I think we had this discussion, I don't know, maybe right before the season. You would detail the story, I think, on your show, Mitch Unfiltered Podcast. Comes out on Mondays.
Don't do that.
I'm promoting when it comes out.
Why are you putting your face up to the screen with that little look that you have? And where did you get the color? You got a little something. You got a little hue going on there. What's going on?
We were in Hawaii.
I know, but that's 2 weeks ago already.
Well, then last weekend I was in the Puyallup area, Tacoma area for a baseball tournament, sitting outside in the sun.
Do you go to the fair?
Watching grown men yell at kids and umpires.
Do you go to the fair? Oh, we'll get into that. Do you go to the fair?
Yes, I go to the fair. I love the Puyallup Fair.
You love the Puyallup Fair. You go every year to the fair?
I try to go every year.
Every year to the fair.
I try. Yes.
Okay, what do you like most about the fair?
I've got 2 things.
You like the parking.
Parking, great. Can we they've never figured out the parking there. They've never figured out a way to get into that place. Number 1. I've got 3 things that I like. And you're going to like?
Okay, let's
maybe it's 4.
4 things about the fair.
Number 1.
By the way, it's not the Puyallup Fair anymore.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
It's always the Puyallup Fair. Okay. It's not the Washington State Fair.
I don't know what it is. It's not the Puyallup Fair.
Okay. We do the Puyallup.
Do the Puyallup.
Number 1.
Yes.
Elephant ears.
Gotta love elephant ears.
Oh, God,
what do you put on elephant ears?
That's the only thing. It's just butter and sugar.
Well, you can put jelly, I think, on.
You can. I think
I would never do that. Yeah.
That's too much.
No.
Then I get the scone.
The scone is hit or miss for me.
It's good though. I don't like how
I'm kind of pretending that I've been to the Puyallup Fair.
Have you ever been?
One time. I think maybe twice.
You took the boys.
A long time ago.
I bet I know where you went immediately, knowing you and the exploits of your high school basketball career. I bet you went right to the hoop shooting contest with the rims that are made out of steel.
And they're little small ones.
they're much smaller.
Barely fits it. I hate going to a place where I can dominate. So I tend to stay away from that.
Okay. So elephant ears, scone, and this one you'll never get. I love walking through, and I don't know why. They always have this at the fair. The salespeople, the displays for the hot tubs. I don't know why. I have no idea why I like it. I've never thought about buying a hot tub, nor would I have any place to put a hot tub. there's something about walking through there, and they're pitching their hot tub and their with their little microphone that's attached to their face, and they're having a grand old time. And I just don't know
why do they think that the hot tub sales spike at the fair?
But there has to be something.
There's a connection between hot tubs and fairs that I don't quite get.
I don't know.
Isn't it at the end of the season? Isn't it about to get cold? Well, maybe not.
Maybe that's it. It's going to get cold, so you can spend the cold fall and winter in the hot tub. But it's like the biggest display there is the hot tub. Okay.
I'm a little disappointed that you didn't mention the corn on the cob.
Well, I do love the corn on the cob.
How could the corn on the cob not be one of your top 4 items from any fair?
Now,
I'll tell you, there is one revolting thing about all fairs, and I'm kind of generalizing because I haven't been to the Puyallup Fair, and for all I know, the organizers of the Puyallup Fair are watching this right now saying, we don't do that, Mitch. We don't do that. But most fairs do if the Puyallup does, and there's one thing that really will keep me away. Either it's the parking that keeps me away, the long lines at the rides that keep me away, or it's the people with the big chicken wings that keep me away.
It's a turkey leg. It's a turkey leg. I love that turkey leg is good, though.
Watching people, most of these people are 714 pounds.
At least.
Walking around, eating the turkey leg while they're walking around the fair is just got to be one of the most disgusting sights that we have to deal with in everyday life.
Oh, and then normally that is accompanied by a calf tattoo and some type of retro Seahawks throwback jersey that you wouldn't wear. Usually, not a retro one. Usually from the Blueberry era, the first Super Bowl team. It's usually that type of jersey, and it's kind of like you'll get a Hasselbeck or maybe even a Max Strong.
And the chicken's all on their chin. Turkey. The turkey's on their chin. The juices are flying.
Hey, I will say,
they're walking around. It's the most disgusting sight. Don't ever ask me to have a turkey.
It is good though. I've had it. It's
you
good.
Have?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
One of those guys?
I've not only had, you want to know a little fun fact? I was the last person, and my daughter was the last person to get the turkey leg for Felix.
Oh.
Remember when they did the King's Court of Felix? And then somebody would come down and give the turkey leg?
Turkey leg, yeah.
But I had insider information, which was bad.
Sure you did.
Because the chef at the time, I don't think is no longer there, that was for the Mariners, Chef Jeremy, shout out Chef Jeremy. And he knew I was there, and I was talking to him. He goes, hey, where are you sitting? He goes, well, I'm in the King's Court. He goes, tell me your seats, your exact seats. And so when they came out, they bring it down, and one random person. It was us.
I don't think I would have as much problem with these giant people eating their turkey legs, sitting down at like some sort of a picnic table and just taking a break from the rides just take a break and sit down and have a napkin and a soda pop and enjoy your turkey leg. I think what really revolts me is the fact that these people are walking around eating the turkey leg as they're walking. Can't they just take a break? Take a break for an hour.
Yeah.
Enjoy your turkey leg.
It is great people watching, though. That's what
disgusting.
I do enjoy about the
It's
fair.
Disgusting.
It is a great spot
Can you
to
go to
watch.
Puyallup without thinking of the Hewards? Is it possible to actually go to Puyallup and not think about the Hewards?
Well, they are kind of royalty there.
I know.
It's just the royalty of Puyallup. It's everything Heward, and it starts with Mike Heward. It's Damon. It's Brock. It's the other one that's forgotten that no one ever can remember his name. Who's that? I don't know who that one is.
Yeah, the little one.
There's a third one.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to North Carolina, and then
I know who he is. He's a good guy.
Luke Heward. Luke Heward. The last time I was in Puyallup has probably ruined me for Puyallup for the rest of my life. I may never go to Puyallup because of the last time that I was in Puyallup. And that was for a state high school first round baseball 4A matchup, which I'm still scarred from and pissed off that we had to play them. And it didn't go well, and I don't want to go back to Puyallup.
Yeah, that was the Mason Pike team.
He was a junior that year, and he started in that game. My son pitched in that game. It was a not a pleasurable end to my son's baseball career. You felt was it Bellevue or Newport? It was Newport High, and there was no reason that they should have been placed in that game. They should because the big gripe is Newport was placed 15th seed out of 16 state teams. We believe we belong in the 14th seed spot, which was Bothell, because we had beaten them like 2 out of the 3 times. And Bothell ended up going to the Final Four because 14 played 3. Right. 3 was a lot beatable than 2 and 1. Not that you need to know this, but I'm really upset about the whole thing, and I don't want to discuss it. You guys should have, as high school sports parents, you guys should have revolted and done something and got someone fired, because that's like the new trend. You brought up Puyallup. They ran the Puyallup baseball coach out of town this year after 5 games. Yeah, well, I think it's a different baseball coach than the one that coached against us 3 years ago. He played there and he coached there. He was an assistant. He took over for that longtime coach. Yeah. And then they ran this guy out of town 5 games in. Where's Mason Pike now? Is he at Oregon State? I think he's at Oregon State. He was drafted by like the Nationals or something, like in the 14th or 15th round. But I think he went to Oregon State. I haven't really followed. I got it. Oregon State. He is a Beaver. Is he playing? Let's see. He was dynamite. He's gotten in. Yeah, he's gotten in, I think. He was dynamite both on the mound, at the plate, at the game. I have to give him credit, but he's a hell of a player. I'm not happy with the results of that game. Okay. I was going to say this later for the show, but you've gone through this. What? Well, there is, like, in our state, this big trend here lately about parents firing coaches. Like, it is. There's like 3 different examples of this happening. Why can parents fire coaches? Because they're going to take their kids and go for NIL money elsewhere, or what? I think they've got more power than they've ever had, and I don't know exactly what the direct cause of it is. I think some of these school districts and schools don't have as much money anymore, so they rely on these booster clubs, right, for money. And so then when the parents get involved with these booster clubs, right, now the parents feel like they've got some ownership in this team. They should have a say in who the person should be, and I don't know. Just feels like there's been a lot. I know it's been happening forever, parents' influence over coaches and things in high school, but feels like this year in particular has been a lot worse than years past. I'm surprised we've never had a story of a Levy issue at Newport. It's funny that you should mention that because I was going to say, my next comment was going to say I had no power over any coaches. But you would have liked to. No, yes. There were a couple of AAU coaches that I didn't like along the way. Well, basketball and baseball. There were a couple of these select team coaches that I didn't like along the way. We just call it travel. Nothing select about anything. Travel. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah. You call it what you want to call it. The Cole Young heater. Well, we already talked about Cole Young. God, we got sidetracked because I was going to bring up where you talked about him on your show. I did a couple of months ago, right? Yeah, where you went to the spring training game and you felt you were being too hard on him. I did. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I was considering bringing that show back a little bit for this next show. I did a whole segment on this. Is a couple of months ago or a month or so ago in Arizona. I was traveling to a game to see the Mariners play, and it dawned on me that I was totally dismissive of Cole Young and his future. And I don't think it was consciously. It's just I had seen him last year. He disappeared. He didn't play at the end. He was a nothing. He wasn't even a part of the play. I mean, he was on the team, but he wasn't a part of the playoff team, really. And I had just in my mind decided somebody else is the second baseman of the future for the Mariners. This kid doesn't have it. And I just had an epiphany driving to the game, saying to myself, well, that's not fair, Mitch. The guy was a first-round draft choice. He's had barely any at-bats. How could you be writing this guy off so soon? And so I decided to make a mental decision at that very moment that I was going to have an open mind to Cole Young. And it just so happens he hit a home run that day at Spring. And then I went to another game a few days later, and he hit another home run. He might have hit 2 home runs in one of the games that I saw. In fact, I think he did hit 2 home runs in one of the games that I saw. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have an open mind to Cole Young being okay. And, of course, he's been a lot better than okay. So I'm glad I went through that exercise.
Well,
are you glad that I went through that exercise?
I am glad because I was worried about you.
You were?
I was. I didn't think you'd be able to come out of this Cole Young funk. I wanted you to like and appreciate him.
Well, it was so unfair. Anybody who was in my camp, and I can't believe, by the way,
I'm going to tell you why.
It was too soon to be in that.
This is why. Because you have been told as a Mariners fan for the last 5-6 years of how great this system was.
Right.
And so when he came up, you're like subconsciously or probably, well, he better be great right away. Because all I've been told is how great he is. Maybe this is the case. Maybe it's not. But maybe this is for some other people. That he's got to be great right away. If he's not great right away, what have we been sold for the last few years about this great farm system? And, he struggled. And I think people questioned. I think people looked at the way that they have developed players. Because the one thing they haven't done, for the most part, is develop homegrown positional players. They've done pitchers. But really, Julio, I consider Julio one because, they drafted him or they signed him. So it's all the same. But, I think that's been the one maybe slight knock on him. But and then you just heard so much hype about Cole Young and Colt Emerson. So when he comes up and he doesn't do real well right away, which he was okay right in the beginning and then falls off, I think you start questioning whether or not he's good. But, boy, he is. That offseason, whatever he did.
And, look, let's I think we all should stop and issue a caveat, an asterisk, whenever we're talking about Cole Young. It's 1 month.
Yeah.
And what you just said is true. He was good for about a month last year. I don't know. He was never this good, and he's reinvented his swing. He's reinvented himself at the plate where he's more of a power hitter. He's hitting for a lot more pop. But you remember, you just said it, for about 3 weeks at the beginning last year, towards the beginning, he was really good, and we were really excited. It's only been a month. I mean, literally, he could not get a hit in May and June. He might go 0 for May and June, and then we're back talking about why we're dismissive of Cole Young. So it's early. It feels like it's going to stay, but you don't know really.
You don't know really, but I think the way he just looks so much more comfortable at the plate than he did last year.
You know why he looks more comfortable?
Because he's hitting the ball.
That's right. Because he doesn't really look more. If I showed you a video of last year, you would say he looks exactly the same in terms of comfort at the plate. In your mind have decided that he looks more comfortable.
There's a lot of things going on in my mind. Now, he also had a terrific spring. He had a wonderful spring. So I just think it takes time. He didn't have a lot of at-bats in the minor leagues. I think this is the same, I think cautionary tale a little bit for Emerson. And I know everybody wants Emerson up. You see these he made a play the other day in the hole going to his right, and he throws a guy out, like Jeter jumping off a leg and throws him out at first. I mean, he could help them defensively right now.
Yeah.
There is no debate about that. He's a better option at third defensively. Just offensively, he comes up here. If he's not going to dominate in that league offensively, he's going to get murdered up here.
I have a confession when it comes to Colt Emerson. I wasn't planning on unveiling it here on the KJ-Arents. But since we're KJ-Arents, we might as well say. I've gotten to the point of this is terrible. You know that you've accused me of being the administrator of that Mariners Twitter, that Mariners minor Twitter account. I love that.
It's the best.
My God. It's the best thing going. I don't know who that guy is. You've accused me of being that guy.
I think it could be you.
Whoever he is.
Or she.
Oh, my God. That's like just inject that into my veins. I can't wait for the next tweet. I sit there waiting for the next Mariners Miners tweet. And so that Mariners Miners Twitter shows highlights in the middle of games. Here's Johnny Farmello doubling to left center. Oh, my God. I want to take a bath in that. Yes. More, right? Here's Lazaro, as you say, Lazaro, Montez homering 714 feet on this ball. Oh, yeah, more. I want more. I got to admit that when the Colt Emerson highlight pops on the Mariners minor Twitter, and it's a great play in the hole defensively, I'm a little let down. I don't really want to see any more defensive plays on highlights from Colt Emerson. I only get excited when I see an Oppo home run. Or something at the plate. I know he's a great defender. I know that's going to pay dividends for Seattle, whether it's third base or shortstop. I understand the significance of defensive baseball, but I got to say that at this point in my Colt Emerson maturation, I only want highlights of him on offense.
Yeah,
because I know he can play. I'm not sure that he can hit, so I need more hitting. So there's a little bit of a letdown when I go, Colt Emerson. Oh, it's a defensive. It could be the greatest defensive play anybody's ever made in the history of baseball, and Mitch would be like, come on offense.
Hey, who do you want? You want Tim Cook or Mark Zuckerberg? You see in this report from Front Office Sports that they're 2 of 4, I guess, potential groups that are interested.
Why not in the NBA team?
I think they've got the NBA team. It seems like it's rubber stamped for this Holloway group.
Don't count your Holloways before they hatch.
But if it's another group, why would they want to come in there and not have a part of the arena?
That's a good question. Are you okay? I mean, they've mismanaged that Kraken team pretty good.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
They're one of the worst ownerships in terms of production of team after all these years, 5 years or whatever it is. They may do a great game ops, a great game day experience. They may spend money, whatever. Ownership has botched every big personnel GM decision, it seems like. I'm not a hockey guy, but I don't know. Are you encouraged with them owning the NBA team?
I think that's a legitimate thing to bring up. Can they be actual owners that can deliver a championship caliber team? I don't know. They haven't done it so far with the Kraken, and they keep changing people year in and year out. I think everything else that they've done has been great. No one's going to argue what they did with the arena, what they did with the 2 ice plexes, what they've done in the community, all of that. But the fact is they haven't won at all. So, yeah, I think there's some doubt whether or not they would be good NBA owners. Good NBA owners from the standpoint of, can they put a product on the court that wins?
Right.
So, I don't know. But it just seems like it's them and no one else, unless another group pops up.
I think maybe 1 or 2 will. I think maybe 1 or 2 will. That's all I'm saying.
Should they let a couple more things? I got to get a couple more things.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me just see. KJ-Arent, Mitch Unfiltered.
Then Jim Duquette's coming up.
Whatever happened to that anonymous fella? The guy in the dark. The guy. Whatever happened to that thing?
He may be coming back. Well, he's got some moving parts right now. I almost slipped and said his name. The anonymous baseball scout.
Well, why do you need an anonymous baseball scout when you got Jim Duquette?
Because we just like doing anonymous things with the scout. It's kind of fun.
Is it possible that it's Jim Duquette twice? Once Jim Duquette and once says the amount. And then the other question, what do you got? Inside pitch light. Does that say light? I can't.
Yeah. We give a little. We did Divish yesterday after the game, so the full show is for the posse members. But we give you a little 5 minutes of the little
How's
free
the
version.
Sports Pit going?
Sports Pit's going great. You want to be on next week?
It's not. Yeah, when you change the name to something
I'm
that
not going to change the name.
It's not the Sports Pit. It's
and I'm going to keep.
It's a bait and switch. It's a bait and switch.
Not replying to you when you do it every week.
Everybody, come on and become subscribers. Pay us. We've got Sam Meyer. We've got Johnson. Pay us. Okay, Sam Meyer quits. We just got Johnson.
Are you saying it's not worth just Stretch and I?
No, I'm saying that you should rename the title because it's not the Sports Pit.
I don't like what you're doing, and I don't like the public pressure you're putting on me.
And what's the hey, what the puck? What are the topics this week? Today?
Well, it's going to be the hey, what the puck's going to be what the high school sports parents.
You're really onto that, huh? You really?
Yeah, I don't like it. It bothers me. Bothers me to no end.
Yeah,
I hate when parents do this.
Aren't you one of them?
Yeah. Wait, not a parent that yells at the coaches. God.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not even going to get to the live thing. Should they bring them all back? Let them all back? No punishment? All good?
No.
Yeah, they got it. They got to get punished. They have to. They can't just go take the money, then come back and be like, "Oh, all is forgotten." No. DeChambeau and you sued them. You don't get to just come back. And John Rahm, you took $500 million and bailed. So,
yeah, I think they've got to pay, and they've got to pay dearly to come back. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I know you've read this Brendan Sorsby story, this Texas Tech quarterback.
Oh, I got to do a thing on it this coming Monday. It's a crazy story.
How can you imagine the amount of bets this guy was placing? 20 bets a day since 2022. and on games that he's a part of, right? Yeah, well, that's what's going to get him dinged is the Indiana thing.
No, that's not. Everything's going to get him dinged. If the Indiana thing didn't exist, he'd still be dinged.
So was he betting on Cincinnati? Has that come out? I don't know if he was betting on the Bearcats.
No, I don't know about the Bearcats, but he was betting on Indiana games.
Yeah.
He was there when he was on the bench. Yeah. How much did Texas Tech pay him to come NIL wise?
$5 million.
Do they get that back? Is there a refund?
Be some type of clause in there, something where they get it back.
A refund?
Well, there is no doubt in my mind who turned him in. There's no doubt who turned him in. Cincinnati. Cincinnati turned him in. Because they acknowledged they knew about it.
Oh.
They knew that he was betting, or they knew that something was going on. And then remember, they tried to sue him to keep him at Cincinnati to fulfill his NIL, but he got out of it because they said, listen, it's not pay for play. You were just paying for him to be, because he's a part of the team, you were rewarding him. So it's not pay for play. So
I think he's going to end up being an NFL quarterback.
Okay.
I think he's gonna somehow, I don't know if it's a supplemental draft or he's gonna somehow work his way onto some NFL bench as a backup. He'll be a project. He'll be a practice player, a practice squad player. It'll end up being a starter. You heard it here first. In several years, he's going to be a starter in the NFL.
Okay.
A starting quarterback in the NFL. And I get a kick out of the whole Texas Tech thing because all that money is oil money, I think.
Yeah. It's all
and
one guy.
I thought it was two guys. I thought it was two partners or whatever. $1 billion oil business.
Yeah.
Do you give them their $5 million back? $1 billion? I mean, do they get their $5 billion? Do they get their $5 million back?
I think they'll be okay. I think those two guys. Yeah, I think they're going to be fine moving forward. All right, sir. Great show. Great stuff. That's it. We got to go. Got to get to Jim Duquette.
We didn't talk about Luis Castillo.
No. Well, you covered it all with the no table with Doyle and Farkas, which you can listen on Apple and all podcast platforms. Mitch Unfiltered.
Have you already done the Duquette interview, or is he like holding like
he's in the back room and he's so impatient right now. I can see him shaking his head.
He's
in the green room right now, and he's like, "Good Lord!"
On a scale from 1 to 10, how entertained do you think he is by two Schmendricks talking?
I think he's now wondering, or not wondering anymore, why we're no longer on radio.
Okay.
Fuck it, send it in. Nope. I don't want to see shit.